Hey everybody, me Keith, Elder Rock, back on the bench. Okay, I'm not gonna even film myself. So check this guy out. We've got our Williams power supply now running, purring like a kitten. Now it's finally time to start on my stack of Williams boards. I'm gonna start with this Defender, but I was gonna show you guys before I get started. Look what somebody did. They jammified it. They jammified a Williams Defender. Part of me really wants to like plug this in to see if it works, but I don't want to reverse engineer and chase down every wire because, you know me, I have trust issues. I'm sure somebody who took the time to do this probably wired it up right, but I'm not willing to risk any more damage to this board. Was told that the board works. I was told that the board works, but check this out. So here's the top, and look at what they did. Yeah. Wait, what do we got here? Yeah. So we're just gonna go ahead and de-Frankenstein this guy, break apart all of this stuff, all the header. I mean, all these headers are gonna have to be changed. They're dirty. They got solder on them. There's some tomfoolery going on here. Yeah, we got a bunch of weirdness going on. Okay. CPU board, soundboard. The other side has the interface board. I don't know. We're gonna have to look at all the software. I thought we were supposed to have 11 ROMs here, but maybe that's for a different set. Yeah, they got a capacitor soldered in. We got a jumper going from a capacitor down to the ground here. I don't know what we're gonna find, but we're just gonna go ahead and break this guy down. Probably desolder everything off of these header pins. Break it down. I'm gonna go to the market, get all my header pins. Maybe we'll run these rams, test these rams. I'm gonna get the solder gun heating up because we're gonna have a lot of desoldering. A lot of desoldering. So I think they've got silicone. So all right, we're in the play field. So I want to keep all of my parts separate. So over here I've got a new parts bin I bought. I bought all these out. There's a place here called Mr. DIY, and I bought them all out in the little town that I live in. So I went to a different one in Bangkok and bought all they have of these containers too. They're nice. They're like, I don't know. They're still like, these are still like, I think like $6 here. But for the American price, I know that's still cheap. These are kind of hard to find, good quality ones in the U.S. Last time I was home on vacation, I was really surprised. I was going through all those chips that I bought. So yeah, these guys being up on the legs, the main CPU board had a bit of bow in it. So hopefully not too much damage. Man, I've been trying to get that power supply done and my day job and working and just kind of really put me behind. So I think what we're going to do, we're just going to pull this guy apart, get him kind of where we can lay him out and work on him. And then we will, I think, go after the other board. I got another board in there that's pretty much set up on the original plate. So I think, and he's got the wiring harness too. But this guy I wanted to kind of go through and see exactly what we need. Yeah, that capacitor there is like bulged out big time. That guy. So we're going to have to make a list of stuff that we need. Let that solder gun heat up. Let's get all this hardware out. Yeah, pretty creative. I'll give it to them. Pretty creative. Very creative. Trying to save space, and they just glued this guy to the back. Oh, I see a jumper on the CPU board. Wait. doing that. Gonna be breaking traces and stuff. And, yep, dropping stuff. Okay. Alright. Yeah, this one probably won't get edited and actually released a little bit later, but we'll at least get them started. We'll at least get him started. Okay, so this guy is free, minus the wires. All right, let's get him broke free. Man, I think they've got this leg. I think they soldered inside that leg, or the hole, the fasten hole for that. But you know, everything else I bought from this guy has worked. This guy, like everything I've bought from him, he said that has worked. So I'm not sure. I hopefully that kind of remains the same. And kind of what we do with upgrading RAMs and stuff like that on this guy, it'll just kind of depend. Just going to kind of depend what we find during initial testing. Yeah, big old glob of glue. It's not silicone. I think that's... yeah, it's silicone. Thought it was hot glue, but it's not. The board looks pretty good, to be honest. The board looks pretty good, to be honest. Right, at least right at the moment. Alright. I just go after the soundboard. Like a long screw, what's the deal? Oh, he's like turning all the way down. There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Leave him in. Leave that spacer in for now. Alright. Let me check, see if the solder gun is hot yet. Nice clean tip. You always want to tin your tip. Leave it. All right, let's start up here. Wait. All right. Probably could just cut these, but it's going to need to be soldered anyway. So they have it right soldered right to the ground rail. All right, I'm going to turn my exhaust on here too. All right, the gun's probably not all super heated up. Yep, there it goes. Okay, so there's that guy. You have to be careful. You just have to be careful handling things. Probably one of my biggest pet peeves. See if we can come in here left-handed. Yep, let me get the exhaust on. Can you guys see okay? That's probably pretty good. So we're just going to go through. I'm not going to worry about cleaning up these header pins because these are all got to be changed now. Yeah, I'm not even going to worry about trying to reverse engineer what's going on here. We're going to get him set back up proper for cab installation. Check this out. Let me put pot. It was a variable pot or resistor. Must be, yep, for the sound. What's it say? L-U-T? We got something written here. Sound adjustment. I have to look at the print. Let me grab my tweezers. Help me out here. Yeah, I give somebody kudos for wiring this up Jamma. Maybe it worked. I had to call the guy. He's actually pretty cool. I have to call him. I'll give you a report on what he says, if it worked. I think he said he tried, but it didn't work. But I'm not. It kind of makes sense because I think with the sink, because this has got a separate horizontal and vertical sink, so I'm not sure if that would have been a showstopper, like for a direct plug and play. Cool. And I'm going to have a bunch of extra little jumpers. Don't touch the soldering iron. It's kind of hot. Okay. Yeah, somebody put a lot of time into that. Makes me feel kind of bad, kind of destroying somebody else's work, but we're going to restore this thing 100%. Okay, let's see. Now I think we can get rid of the soundboard. Can go. And we're just over here. Let's see. Yeah, I see a couple jumpers on the... I see a couple jumpers on the back here, so we'll document what I like to do. I like to find if there's a broke trace on anything I get, I like to find it and fix it and get rid of all the jumpers that I can, if it's possible. All right, let's get these guys. The thicker gauge wire. So this is CPU board. Hopefully my other wiring harness is... It looks mostly complete, intact, but I'm thinking I'll probably build another one. Build a new one for my power supply, just for testing. More on that later. I'm hoping we can... Let's try to pop... Hey man, I don't want to make any damage here. How does that guy pop out? I think one tab is broke. Yeah. How does that work? Wait. And I think the one on that side is broken. Or he is hardwired. Yeah, look, we got a couple broken traces, so I won't mess with those until we actually find. Let's flip this guy over and try to get him. This is my first. I think the clips are gone out of him. All right, here's the CPU board. We'll go through the software here in a bit.